Laurie hit share screen, and any unshared screen. You can share your screen if you want. Just make sure there isn't any PORN on it.
Oh no, I thought that was going to
Oh,
be
here
my
we
full
go.
screen.
Here we go. Here we go. From one end of the island to the other.
Yes.
We're out in Cork tonight.
We're in Cork. We're up on the north coast and way down on the south coast. Laurie O'Dywer, how are you, son? All right.
I am up the walls, but it's all good. I am enjoying my time at the moment. It's hectic. Myself and Sonia are trying to create the best party weekend, whiskey party weekend in Ireland. So we're busy organising in the background, but it's all good, lads.
But like I said, there's no finer man for the organisation. That
Nice one.
my girlfriend is I mean organised. Well, I mean properly organised. And what she said to me was, she says, that man Laurie seems very organised. Says, It makes a change from some other whiskey festivals that are known about the place. But no, she's complimenting you and your organisation. Which if she's doing it, you're doing something right, buddy. Let's just put it like that.
My current career lends itself to that. So yeah, we're on good roads at the moment, you know.
Very good.
We're going to do a bit of news and stuff, and then we'll hook back into you. So stay about, and we'll get a chat to you about what's coming
Cool.
up.
Looking forward to it, boys.
See you in 15.
See you in a wee minute.
Oh,
Justin, since you know what day it is tomorrow. Deedly. Look.
I hope the Admiral wants to send you up Slemish again in the pouring rain tomorrow.
No.
You were game to do that.
No, listen, I'm game for it. I put it like this: everybody's going to celebrate St. Paddy's Day tomorrow. Get out one of these, go and see a parade and all that kind of stuff. But the new face of Irish whiskey, has brought out a St. Paddy's Day. What more can I say? Justin, do you want to play it?
I will. Here we go.
Is there a bandwagon that man's not going to hitch himself onto?
I don't know. But
I noticed I've got to take this off because I'm actually quite hot. But yeah, I noticed on his website that he has the video up of his visit to Belfast and Dublin. I have to get that quite right because I have to get him right because he wasn't 100% sure where he was.
I know.
But no, he went. It's 3 minutes long, this, but it's well produced. And he goes into the friend at hand, which every time I see it, I always think, yeah, it needs more exposure. Go ahead.
We'll stick it on. We'll stick it on as well. Here we go. Oh, I'd love a private jet. Is that my private jet?
I don't know, but why are we not playing?
It is playing. Oh, it's definitely playing. Let us know if it's not playing, because it's playing at my end. He's in the warehouse now.
Yeah.
He's kicking barrels. He's writing in staves. He's signing autographs. He's in room 533. He's swimming in a pool now. There he is in the friend at hand. There's Willie Jack.
Hey. The place does look amazing, doesn't it?
It is. The place looks absolutely fantastic. I didn't get any cake. You never sent me any cake. Listen, it couldn't be any worse than proper 12, could it?
I'm not going to say anything about that, Justin.
Yeah, two tough guys after you might be too much even for you, Marty.
I wouldn't. That's not. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Is that
right? Everybody's in tonight. There we go. There we go. How's that? How is that?
Oh, good.
That is fantastic.
Whenever you see him wandering around Belfast, walking around a friend and stuff, the friend of hand, you just think to yourself, he's lucky it's there, not the other way around, you know. But yeah, so I just thought the new face of Irish whiskey needs a shout out, and he's did a wee St. Patrick's Day video. What on earth more could you want? Anyway, I just see Frank Heron there. Rugby today, Ireland beat Scotland. I need to tell you, they were lucky enough to beat Scotland. They were lucky enough. Scotland were the better team over the match. They made a couple of mistakes that cost them points. But well done, Ireland. Well done, Ireland. I think that deserves a wee donning of the hat again. There's diddly 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 dee diddly 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 dee. Yes.
Okay, City Hall's lit up, not for Ireland, but for St.
City
Patrick's.
Hall's lit up for St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
Titanic was lit up for St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
The Albert Clock was lit up green for St. Paddy's Day. So anyway, we don't want to flog a dead horse here. We'll say a few hellos, Justin.
We've said hello. I've put everybody on screen. I always say hello because we always do watch the things. Who do you want to say hello to tonight? Christopher Watt. He's in Scotland tonight. There you go.
Christopher messaged me during the week to tell me that he was heading over to Scotland, and he's up around Craigellachie direction. So I don't know, he might visit a few distilleries up in Speyside, and then I hope have a whale of a time, buddy. It's a really up around that part of the world. It's beautiful, really, really nice. So have a good weekend.
There you go. Richard McCurdy's wishing us happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes.
Evening. Thank you, Cassandra. You're saying evening all.
Yeah, lovely. I'm going to be out following a friend's walking tour in the rain tomorrow. So there you go.
God, I don't know, Justin. They'll probably commission a special medal just for you. I would think, because you did. I think a wee salute.
It's miserable. The weather's miserable. Come on.
I might go up and watch the parade in Belfast tomorrow. Because it might piss down out of the heavens, but we'll have a run up anyway, maybe. Right. And then I'm going to go and watch June 2, Justin. June 2, the sequel to June 1. And if you're going to start arguing about how good the book by Frank Herbert and all that is, then I know you don't like Highlander, and you're wrong.
I don't mind original Dune, but I'll never watch Dune 2.
Why?
Because Dune 1 was enough for me.
No, but it's not. There's the original Frank Herbert. There's 2 trilogies, and the first trilogy's unbelievably good. The first book's possibly the best science fiction book ever written, ever. The second trilogy is nuts, but it's fantastic too. God, Emperor of Dune and all that kind of stuff. It's all about a worm.
You'll be singing the praises of Harry Potter next. Like, come on now.
No Harry Potter. No Harry Potter. Look, we'll do a wee bit of news, will we?
We're better. It's as well. It's not a film review because I can't stand Mark Commode either. He's a commode.
He's a prick too. Can't stand him.
If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything. No.
Fair enough. No, they got a Barry Norman ever since that. No,
correct, Mondo.
Right. This week we have to do a little bit about Middleton Very Rare, because
do we? It is a whiskey show. I suppose we do have to, don't we?
Well, the thing about it is Middleton Very Rare implies that there's some scarcity of it. Everybody keeps popping up, I found Middleton Very Rare 2024. And everybody keeps pointing out there's loads of 2023 kicking about. Loads of it. A simple Google search. I'll bring up Middleton 2023.
It does.
Right.
Look at that there.
And these all anywhere that was selling it sub £200 is sold out. Pretty much anywhere that was selling it £200 sterling, that is, and above, still has stock of it. There's no shortage of it. The Celtic Whiskey Shop still has some. Amethyst, Sandhorns, Independent Spirits of Bath. The Friend at Hand has loads of it, etc., etc. There's loads of it about. So there is. And so I think last year they must have released 50,000 bottles of it. There has to have been thousands upon thousands upon thousands of bottles. And loads of it's still left. So they've now released 2024. I see people posting up, yeah, I got my Middleton 2024. There ain't going to be any shortage of that either. Good or bad thing? Well, it depends. If you're going to call something very rare, it has to have a level of scarcity, and it doesn't. But by the same token, it's now available, which is in some ways is a good thing. But because of it's sort of in this sort of parallel universe of stuff, the price of it has shot up. Is it worth? I mean, when Middleton used to be able to come out, it was sort of £120 a bottle. Probably what it's worth. And these days, everybody's charging double, sometimes even triple that for the thing. So it's just it's just in a funny place at the minute. And to be honest, I think it would anywhere that it still has Middleton 2023 sub a couple of £100. People are running out to buy it, which to me still seems a bit odd.
But if people want the full collection, they have to buy it eventually.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody's bought it, and there's thousands of bottles of it left over. That's the point.
But if new people enter the collecting market, they'll buy the more recent ones and then go back and try and buy the older ones as well.
Yeah, but probably everybody's done that. People have bought multiple bottles. People have bought bottle after bottle after bottle, thinking that it's going to go up in value, and it's still sitting on shelves. So yeah, be interesting to see where that goes. I don't know what they've released of the 2024, but I assume that there's lots of it, and probably a second release later on in the year. So there you go.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
We shall see.
Now, we better say hello to Linda Cox. She's asked, Marty, which Paddys do you have on your desk?
Now, this is a Paddy Centenary, and I have it, and I lifted it out. I haven't actually opened this particular bottle. This is a bloody great whiskey. Really, really good whiskey. Really, really nice whiskey. But since it's St. Paddy's Day tomorrow, and we've got a Corkonian Corkman on. I lifted this out. These are very collectible. These are going to be really, 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 really collectible very shortly. But you never know. I might open that later on. Anyway, you never know. But it's Paddy Centenary. Really, really nice whiskey. Get it at secondary market these days. It's about €120 a bottle, there or thereabouts. No real scarcity of that either, but it's really nice whiskey. Next up,
Gold Spot.
Gold Spot. Gold Spot. It's released for our 135th anniversary. It'll never be repeated. They came out with all this sort of guff at the time, I think. And they brought out Gold Spot 13-year-old Generations Edition, single pot still, aged in bourbon, sherry, and then finished for 17 months in an Italian wine, which is Valpolicella Classica. If you speak Italian, please don't ring in and complain, because I don't. I'm trying my best. So it's a 150-year-old bottle. Here's the thing, and this is the thing that gets me. There's loads of people kicking off about this. It's 150. It doesn't even come with a box. Okay, I don't think it's a certain amount that has to have a prerequisite that has a box, but okay. There's no sleeve on it. It's not cask strength. They told us that it wasn't going to be released. Blah 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 blah. It's 46%.
Hold And if you buy anything else over 100 quid, it usually comes with sort of some presentation, some box, some
Well,
sleeve, something.
yes and no. Yes and no. I don't know. They're moving away from all that sort of box stuff. People have got. There's so many people have been buying these bottles as investments and collection that they're not actually drinking them. And the people who have drunk it, a lot of people who opened it said, "Oh, it's the best. It's the best of the sport range. It's best, best, best." But they had said that the blue spot was the best when that came out, and then they said that the red spot was the best when that had come out. And to be honest, I still think yellow spot's my favourite out of the whole range. That's just personal choice. This is going to be a fairly nice whiskey. I think I haven't tasted it yet, but I can imagine it's pretty damn good. It's €150, 46% cask strength these days for Irish whiskey. It's probably a bit steep, but I don't think it's that terribly bad. But there you go. It's an age statement pot still whiskey.
I know.
But a lot of people giving off about it. But you're not forced to buy it. And there's Stanley says he prefers blue spot. I can kind of see why. If I'm honest, I still prefer yellow spot, but that's personal choice, and there's no right or wrong there, you know. But a lot of people kicking off about that. A lot of people. Next up, speaking of people kicking off.
Whoa, there's boat trouble ahead.
Uh-oh. The Islay Whiskey Festival, the Fish Islay.
There's Jarlath says he can't drink a box.
No, you can't drink a box, Jarlath. No, you can't. You can't. But you can present it in a nice formally. No, you can't. These days, nobody wants to do boxes because Greta Thunberg gets cross with them. And so please don't get cross with us, Greta.
There's Eric Van der Heiden says, I like the 9-year-old gold spot. There you go.
Yeah, I have a bottle of it open there somewhere. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice whiskey. Again, still prefer yellow. There you go. But yeah, it's strange. But Fish Islay, speaking of trouble, Scotch whiskey's a massive industry. It's bloody enormous. Enormous. The highest taxable per head capita tax place in the world, in the UK, in terms of raising of taxes, Islay is by a margin the biggest place, right? And the Islay, the Fish Islay, is complaining because the ferry has been cut. There's the Islay Whiskey Festival this year is running from, let me just get these right, the 25th of May to the 1st of June. And Calmac ferries, the Calmac ferries are subsidised by the Scottish government. To the tune, they get given 5 million a year, plus they get given a guaranteed profit of 1.8 million. They make 1.8 million, basically no matter what. So they're given 5 million as a subsidy and told that they're guaranteed to make a profit, right?
We've been on the boat.
Yeah, but anybody that visits Scotland, visits any of the islands, has been on a Calmac ferry. And they launch a fairly decent service most of the time. But they've issued this letter that's on the Fish Islay page, basically asking, why have you cancelled some of the ferries? You're not adding extra boats on, extra sailings. They have said, Calmac and the Scottish Government apparently have said they will consider it nearer the time. Now, think about this a wee second. Think about this.
People need to plan in advance, Marty.
If you can't book a sailing across, you're not going to book to go. And if you don't book to go, then they can't consider you going. It's just why the Scottish Government should be making this like compulsory, that you have to support this. This festival. Now, bear in mind, we've been to Islay. There's not a huge amount of people in Islay. It brings £10 million a year into the Islay economy. It's incredible. Incredible.
We're getting told we have to book the trip on the boat.
Oh, we're gonna
Aquatics, get it booked.
Get Richard booked for the thing. Oh, get a day trip over the island. But I mean, it's disgraceful that this is not being supported by the Scottish government. And one of the questions that they asked in the letter is, why was there sailings to Islay pulled to support a music festival on the island of Tiree, and now the boat from Tiree, for example, isn't being cut to support Islay? I mean, there must be extra capacity. There has to be.
Has
You
to be a
can't run
spare
it.
boat, a standby boat, something like that, an extra boat, or you could hire in a boat.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, I mean, there's tens of thousands of people going to be descending on Islay for this over the course of the 6 days, 7 days that it's on. I mean, they're actually opening a new Islay Whiskey Vault in Port Ellen. This is going to be its flagship. I think it's possibly on the Saturday. I haven't wrote that down, but it's maybe the Saturday or the Sunday, one of the first days. And this is going to be like, I would imagine this will be like a mecca for Scotch whiskey drinkers. This is going to be a hell of a place to appear at, and it's opening and it's being put in jeopardy because there's not enough capacity on the boat. It's just ridiculous, you know. It's ridiculous. He's built a bloody bridge. If we had Boris Johnson back again, remember he's going to build the bridge. Lunatic. Build a bridge from Glenarm to Islay, and then from Islay over to mainland Scotland. I think that would work out really well. That would be all right. That would work, you know. But anyway, it's just ridiculous. It sort of bugs me that these things happen. You know? But anyway, so they will review it nearer the time when people have said, "Well, we can't go now." You know. Anyway,
Sounds like a plan. What we need is the submarines to come into use.
That's what we need. We need to remember the guy we interviewed.
The midget submarines, yeah.
The hydrogen-powered submarines. I wonder. I'll have to check that out. I have to get back to that guy. See what the fuck he's at. Anyway, next up, I think this is rather funny. Macallan have done a joint venture with Bentley. This seems to be where a lot of these things are going. High price, classy, moving in the same circles. Bowmore done it with Aston Martin. Macallan, they've upped it a wee bit. They're doing it with Bentley. Not to cast aspersions on Aston Martin. If anybody wants to donate an Aston Martin product placement and all that,
we'll drive it. We'll drive it. No problem. We'll drive it. No problem. I'll even drive you in it, Marty.
I could take a wee DB9 down the coast. No problem at all. Not cast aspersions on Aston Martin. But
hold on. The picture I've got seems to be from Doon.
Well, you see, this is the bottle. This is the Bentley, the Macallan Horizon. Now, when I first saw this bottle, okay, I can see where you're going with the Dune thing, but the first picture I saw of it wasn't this one. It was on a white background, and it kind of looked like a toffee crisp. Do you know one of those chocolate-covered honeycomb bars?
Oh, I like toffee crisp.
Oh, toffee crisp.
That one?
No. So I haven't sent you the photo, Justin. I haven't sent you the photo. But if you imagine that you drunk this bottle and then plunk that into a swimming pool, go back to the first one there again, right? That sort of brown, floaty thing bobbing about on a swimming pool. That would look like a mock-up.
Listen, I get it. It's the wood of the Bentley and the staves of the thing. I get it. Yeah. And no doubt they have, the product packaging. I mean, hold on. This is going the opposite of the Gold Spot. The packaging here is second to none.
Oh, my, but just the Gold Spot is €150 a bottle. This is $50,000 a bottle.
Buy two. Look at that there. Look at the design that went in that leather, glass, whiskey, copper, wood, aluminium. The closure. Look at that there. That's something else.
Aluminium and the closure and the wood, recycled copper. Oh, brilliant! If that was bobbing about in a pool and you looked down, you think somebody had crapped in the pool. That was the first thing I thought of when I saw it. Which is not good. It's not good. Maybe I'm showing the level of class that I'm at, but I just think it's a bit. It's just everything about it I don't really like.
They're trying to outdo each other. Everybody's trying to do out each other. They're trying to outdo themselves.
But it's just,
they are.
There's 700 bottles of this. You know, it's not even like an age statement single cask, or it's just I don't like anything about that whole thing. If I'm totally honest, you know, I just don't like it.
It's just workmanship. That's all it is, isn't it?
It's all it is cashing in.
Ostentatious, cashing in.
Yeah, it's ridiculous money for something that I just don't. Maybe if I had it in my hand or something, I would think. Maybe if I had it in my hand, was running away with it. You know, I would be a better job. But no, the first time I saw it, I just thought that looks like somebody has crapped in the pool. That's what if you plunked the hand in the pool and it was just bobbing about the top of the guy's here. That's what it would look like. But anyway, so maybe show my class. Next up, I had a really nice day out yesterday. Really nice day out yesterday. Me and Julie went to the Hinch, and the Hinch. I've said this a couple of times before. Hinch were really, really unfortunate because whenever they were just about to open, COVID hit, and there was a whole all of that kind of stuff. There was a whole lot of confusion. There was loads of stories going about and rumours about this and that and so on and so forth. There was some change in the personnel and there was just rumours flying about and so on and so forth. But in the last sort of year or 9 months to a year, everything seems to have settled down. There's some new product coming out, new bottlings, new limited edition stuff and so on and so forth, and things really seem to have got a lot of traction. So I was down yesterday. I was down as a guest of Peter, and it is a beautiful.
It's an impressive place. Yeah, it's impressive.
Absolutely stunning place. So I took a lot of photos, but things are moving forward. They have a new legacy cask program, and I won't give out any details of what I was told, but they're doing lots of good work. They have new Jimmy Nesbitt's there as a sort of brand ambassador and it's nice that you're getting somebody local.
Did you get to meet Jimmy Nesbitt?
No, Jimmy was too busy away.
I met him once about 25 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. You still had hair at the time. Anyway,
this is the pièce de resistance, this room.
Aye. Put it like this: when you walk in there, it was pretty cool because whenever Julie walked in, the lights were out and turned on all the lights, and I went, "Wow!" And that's kind of what people normally do when they go in there. It is beautiful the way it's laid out.
I sat in that chair there. It was like the boardroom. It was like an interview in The Apprentice.
Well, it is, but it's gorgeous. But there's stained glass windows and stuff up there.
They're nice, yeah,
and they are really nice.
Nice touch they are.
I like that kind of thing, and they're really well done. So the whole place just sort of oozes a nice class.
And there's a couple of angels. Did you not notice the angels over the barrels? Did you? Yeah.
I didn't take photos of those because I was talking to the owner yesterday. Dr. Terry Cross made an appearance. He came down. He was having a laugh and a joke with him. Apparently, they're his thing. He likes them. He thinks they're there as a sort of protection of the
guardian,
the angels share, and there's 3 angels up there. He owns the place. He calls the shots. But if I owned the place, they wouldn't be there. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, really, really good things. I got a taste of their 15-year-old that they have out, the 15-year-old blend, and I have to say it's really nice, really, really nice, lovely. Will, who is the distiller and blender down there, he quite a lot of responsibility, and a guy who's not all that terribly old. And
where he come from? Copeland, did I think he did. Yeah,
I think that's where he came down from. I should know that off the top of my head, but a bit of a brain fart there. But it's got a lovely, nice, rounded balance to it, and quite nice mouthfeel, nice, decent finish on it. It's 65 quid a bottle for a 15-year-old age statement blend. It's nice. It's really, really good, really, really nice. So yeah, if you haven't been down, get yourself down and have a look, and do check out. I'm actually going to pour myself a little bit of this Madeira cask. One.
Yes, nice, that one.
Yeah, it's nice, very nice. that's all basically about the news.
So it's now time for our special guest. There he is.
Here he comes.
3, 2, 1. You're in the room. You're in the room. You're in the room.
We're talking to the man who if you have ever heard the Whiskey Chats podcast, this is the second year of the Cork Whiskey Festival. He's out and about. He's always pops up at lots of whiskey events. He's a trained marksman, as far as if memory serves. He does loads and loads of stuff, and he always does it well. Laurie O'Dywer, how are you, buddy? How are you?
There's Marty. I'm very good, bud. Thanks for having me on, boys. I really appreciate it.
It's great to have. It's great to have you on, Laurie. It's great.
It's always good to have you on.
We're looking forward to.
I saw Jarlath in the chat there, and I legged it off there when I saw him. But he left a bottle last year from Cork Whiskey Fest, one of the cask pulls, and it was like, the one that was left at the end of one of the things. So I'm gonna pour myself a wee drop of that there. And thanks very much, Jarlath, for leaving it behind for me.
Always good. Whenever you put like this, when you get a bit of a sample of a Dunville's thing, you can't go far wrong.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
They are awesome. I heard a little rumor that there might be a bit of a special announcement coming from them at some point in the in the not too distant future.
Well, I suppose I got some breaking news, because they're going to have an Old Cumber stand, a specific Old Cumber stand, and he booked it a few days ago. Hope I'm not speaking out of turn, Jarlath, but I suppose the cat's going to be out of the bag next Friday night. So there's an Ecklenville stand on both nights of the expo, but there's also now an Old Cumber stand. So there's going to be some special liquids knocking about both expos on the Friday and Saturday night. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really looking forward to that. And I'm really delighted that they actually have split, their stand and they're saying the Old Cumber stuff, which is our own liquid, is going to be special, So it's great to see them doing that.
At some point in the future, they'll have to have an Old Cumber stand, a Dunville stand, an Ecklenville stand. They still have Matt Darcy, so Matt Darcy might be, before you know it, they'll just have a festival, it'll just be all them.
That's not getting much love. That's not getting much love at the moment, the old Matt Darcy brand, is it?
But I think there'll be if they do what they've done with the other stuff, it'll be super.
Absolutely. I mean the lads in the lads in Ecklenville are just knocking it out of the park. Like I have a few kind of favorite distilleries, we'll say, in the country, and to be honest with you, most of them are up your way. In fairness, like there's some really, really great stuff going on up north. There really is.
Well, you have to say County Down.
Let's
be honest. I mean, the hench guys now, everything's just sort of boom, 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 and they are. Yeah. I mean, they can now put their foot on the gas and really go for it, which is really nice. Dunville's, Ecklenville, Old Cumber. The first release Old Cumber's the port stuff. That was just superb, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The single cast Dunville stuff, awesome. The ordinary. I say the ordinary. I don't like saying using that term as a bad term to use.
But it was off the wall good. What Ecklenville Distillery managed to do with the Cooley liquid was transformatory, because I don't think it was as successful with a lot of other brands who brought it to market. Not to my palate anyway. It was Dunville's that, to me, put Cooley up in headlights. And what they managed to bring out of that spirit. And now we all recognize that, after 16, 17, 18 years really, now it's amazing. And that's really, really good spirit. It's actually, I find it difficult to distinguish it between Bushmills and Cooley after 18, and that's a compliment, by the way. But I find it very hard personally to distinguish it. Well, it's so good.
Listen, I've been talking to a couple of people this week, different people, and we said Bushmills spirit at the minute best in Ireland. There's honestly there's no competition for it.
Really?
Other people do it.
That's a controversial opinion.
When other people do Bushmills, it's incredible. It is incredible. But it's not. It just seems to be there's a bit of a scarcity of it, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But the Cooley stuff that the the Ecklenville guys have been super. But let's not forget a couple of other ones up in County Down, because you also have Shortcross who do.
Oh my God! Like,
yeah,
one of my favorite distilleries. I'll say it right now. I absolutely love what David and Fiona are doing. I love it. I mean, their releases, their Ryan Malt cask strength. I mean,
off the wall kind of stuff.
Best release of the year, bang for buck.
One of them, and
big time.
And this was one of the things that their initial release whiskey was fabulous stuff. It's an initial release bottle, and it was high Robert price, and good on them.
Yeah,
but it was fabulous stuff. It's just a pity not as many people got to taste it as they. Even what they're doing is the Irish Bonding Company. I take my hat off to them as that, because
I haven't tried much of that yet, no. But I look forward to kind of exploring that.
Honestly, and the presentation of it's really, really nice. The whiskey itself is superb. Titanic, what they've done with their distillery.
Have you been to the distillery?
Have you been to the distillery yet? No,
I have. I popped in myself, and Sonia popped in last Belfast Whiskey Week. We managed to just steal away for an hour and a half and popped over. I mean,
it's incredible.
What an amazing visitor centre! What an amazing visitor centre!
It's an amazing visitor centre.
And McConnell's was just
McConnell's.
Just about to drop on the month. Yeah.
I mean, I'm only looking for an excuse to come back up and visit. Visit
you never need an excuse. You have to jump on the train. There's any pile of people who look after you whenever you come up here. But yeah, I mean, it genuinely did. County Down has just become. We're talking about Islay there a minute ago.
Yeah.
County Down is basically the Islay of Ireland. It really is.
And we haven't even mentioned Cologne yet. I mean,
they got enough publicity.
Do you want to see something? Because I pulled something out. I have it here in the house. So this is
it a bronze bust of
for Cork Whiskey Fest, right? So this is the festival bottle. I don't know if I can get the writing, but as you can see, right? So this is our Cologne festival bottling. This is bottle number 1. It's mine. But what I've done is I've tried to make a County Down whiskey very, very Cork. And actually, I just realised it's not the colours of County Down, actually, red and white. That is the flag, isn't it? Down?
Yeah, it's isn't it?
Oh, someone's shouting at me now if I'm wrong, but I think it's red and white as well. But anyway, I've made Cologne a little bit Cork. So over the white Cologne, we got a load of red sleeves as well. So we have the Cork colours in there as well, I just thought it was a nice little kind of tip. And also then I'm going to show you this as well, because I'm really proud of it. It is the inner sleeve, and what it is the famous Shandon Bells in Cork, which is the iconic steeple overlooking the city. Yeah. But this is from Fran Levy of Puccino, and this is one of Fran's paintings. So he allowed us to take an extract out of one of his Cork kind of paintings, and that's cool. The inlay card with all the good stuff in the back. So there's a little sneak preview there. One of the 3 festival bottlings. Pretty cool, I thought. Just to kind of Cork up a bit of Cologne.
Francis is a lovely guy too.
Yeah.
So, yes, but no, that's nice. And so many bottles of that's there going to be?
Oh my God! I mean, I'm not joking, you're right, and I'm not exaggerating. I've got people sending me pictures of their newborn babies, going, "I can't make it. Could you please reserve me a bottle?" My daughter thinks you're the best person ever. I'm not joking. Yeah. I swear to God.
I will trade
Two people did that. 2 people did that. They're newborns. I can't make it down. So I'll give you the numbers. For that, there's 82 bottles that came out of the cask. Cologne retain some for their distillery owners of every release. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you the number, 5, because I want bottle number 1 for future display at upcoming expos in the next few years. And I want to do kind of festival tastings as well from year in year. So I'm going to keep 5. I'm looking after one person. I think I've got something like 34 bottles available on each night for the Cologne tasting. Yeah. There's people, I think, going to set up tents outside the front door on Thursday.
It is nuts. The Cologne cult is proper cult. Like,
it's
Wickerman
stuff.
Right name. It is Wickerman stuff. There'll be some sort of bloody some sort of effigy of Brendan being burnt.
I know.
Just over the River Lee It'll be like the Colossus of Rhodes. Brendan standing like this with a bottle of cologne, a rubber band around his waist.
Yeah, I know. Look, it is. It's like 30. I think it's actually 33 bottles on the Friday night and 34 on the Saturday night, something like that. I mean, it's just it's a nutsly. It's a nuts number. I know. I tried. I thought I was going to get a few more bottles out of it, but look, Angels really thought it was tasty, you know.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Now, we're going to Cork. We'll be down next week, by the way. We're going to.
Are you coming down? Oh, I didn't know you were coming down. Excellent.
Justin, Kit Charles is going to be there. I don't know, Peter. I assume Jarlath's going to be there because
he is.
Jarlath has to be everywhere, you know.
Jarlath and Seamus are coming down. Brendan's coming down. The lads from Hinch are coming down. Everyone's coming down. I'm after getting amazing support, to be honest with you, from the
you deserve it.
The whiskey community, like, you know. I'm really happy here. We have this year. I'm actually kind of blown away by, you know, because I have an app on the phone and I control all the tickets. So I'm seeing every name that comes in, you know. I mean, I'm seeing every brand that books an expo table. I'm seeing every person who books a ticket to some of the events. I mean, there is literally a handful of tickets left this year for the festival. I mean, a handful. Like, we increased the tickets by a third this year. And right now, like a week before, I think I've less than 170 tickets out of 1,610. Like, I mean, it's, you know, the support is amazing, and there's so many people coming down. We had a bit of a hiccup with booking rooms for people that we identified on Friday, and we said, "Oh Jesus, we're goose now. We're after leaving. You know, we're after telling people there's rooms, and they're not there now." So we rang around to all the local hotels around McCurtain Street, around where the festival is. Anything within spitting distance, not a room to be had. They're all booked out. Like, out of 7 huge hotels, they're all gone. Yeah. So it's going to be a good fun party.
Oh no, I fully expect that to be a hell of an evening. No, we'll be down on the Saturday morning. Then I think I'll jump in the train, come down. That way I don't have to worry too much about driving, because people have this idea, especially people from the States, that Ireland's not that big. You know, it's only a bit up the road. It's for me to use probably about 5.5 hours drive.
It's a lot quicker than it used to be. When I bought a suit in Cork 25 years ago, it was an 8-hour trip, and I've been working my butt off to try to fit into that suit again, because it's my favorite suit, because it's brown suit. You know, brown is for town.
Brown suit.
It's a lovely.
He's managed to get his leg in it.
No. Honestly, I'm just about there, but I've lost.
Justin and his 70s fashion. I don't know how it's going to
No, it's not 70s. It's only 25 years ago.
He's going to rock up in the Vauxhall Viva with the suit on, the big lapels pointing down. But no.
Kit Charles is taking the motor. The train's too long.
That train's a pain in the arse. You have to get off in Dublin and change and all the rest of it. There's no direct train, unfortunately, because I've looked at it a few times.
There's never a direct train.
Hard to drive though. It's motorway from Cork to Belfast. Like 100. Like, you're there in less than 4 hours. It's brilliant.
I know, but Marty's car might mysteriously go.
Oh, you're on it every time you're on my car, you fucking wreck it. But no. So. What all's on? Tell us, because you have all the master. I mean, you must be happy enough. Middleton getting reopened in time for the festival. Is that?
Yes, that was amazing.
Yeah, no, about to be a big feather in your cap.
We announced most of the events last September. We didn't announce any of the Middleton events. I mean, you wouldn't believe the FOMO people had. Like, I was fielding texts, Instagram messages, emails. I mean, you name it, for months. You know, when's Middleton? We didn't announce it till like mid-January, and then it sold out in like the three of them sold out in like 36 hours. Like, the three of them gone. Like, was 270 tickets just evaporated. Yeah. So people really want to go in and you know, people want to go into the Middleton distillery and get the real behind-the-scenes tour, which is what I've after setting up. I mean, the 40 lads who managed to snag a ticket to the the Saturday afternoon Middleton distillery trip. I mean, they're getting the golden, like, you know, the red carpet treatment. Let me tell you, like, you know, everyone is meeting them off the bus. They're getting behind the scenes. They're going to get into Warehouse A2, which is, to anyone who knows, like, that's where the good stuff's kept. And
I have been there.
Oh, you lucky boy. Yeah, so
it's a hell of a place.
Yeah. Well, there's 40 lads on Saturday. I'm going to be going into warehouse this day week with Kevin O'Gorman. And you know what they're going to pull casks from is like, you know, these casks are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of euros. You know what I mean? Like, you know, cost paid and millions.
I was there and they were pulling stuff out of port pipes and they were pulling stuff out.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're talking, it was a hell of a day. They had
port pipes that that Dave McCabe pulled from was 1.5 million. 1.5 million for a port pipe. Just nuts. Amazing.
And they didn't even give you a sip of lemonade or nothing to take it with, you know.
So that's going to be cool. So yeah, the Middleton stuff is going to be amazing. It really is all access. But actually, Middleton related, I just announced. I don't know if anyone saw it, but oh God, I've been working on this one for a couple of weeks, and it was very, very lastminute.com. I only just got it over the line yesterday. But do you know who Barry Crockett is? Did we hear of him? Have you heard of Barry Crockett?
He's some old boy. I remember years
and years.
The dusty and the deep and dusty past. I saw his signature all over the place, you know.
But no one has seen him for like 10 or 12 years. Well, no. If you want to see him, and you want to go and meet Barry Crockett, he's coming to Cork Whiskey Fest. Wow. So it's taken a couple of months of logistics, but we eventually got it sorted. So Barry is going to be in the Shelburne Bar at 12 o'clock on Sunday morning. So the events aren't happening until 2 o'clock or 2 p.m. in the afternoon on Sunday. So it's a bit of a lazy morning, people walking around, nothing to do. Well, now you can come to the Shelburne, come meet Barry Crockett, and he's got his new book for sale there. So I'm after getting a bit of a haircut as well, because normally the book to your door will be 60 quid. So I've arranged for copies of the book to be there, 45 euros. You can get Barry to sign it, have an old picture with him, a bit of a chat. And just a nice little kind of an hour and a half, I think, inside in the Shelburne. I think it's a pretty cool event. There's no charge. It's just pop in. It's like a drop-in book signing. I just think it's pretty cool to be able to meet Barry Crockett, master distiller emeritus with Middleton Distillery. It's pretty cool in Cork, in his hometown.
You kind of understand that Barry Crockett is a kind of a big deal when Middleton actually release a bottle in dedication of him. It's kind of sort of
special. Yeah, it's a bit special.
And it's a hell of a whiskey too.
It is a hell of a whiskey.
Super whiskey. It really is. But yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
I think it's cool. Look, people are going to be at a loose end on Sunday, after the Saturday night expo, and to just be knocking around and looking for greasy food and looking for their fry ups and all the rest of it. I know they can drop into the Shelburne and meet Barry Crockett. I just, Yeah. These are things that I want to kind of do for Cork Whiskey Fest and just create this amazing kind of experience for and fun time for whiskey folk on a weekend in Cork.
Well, the thing about Cork, I mean, let's be honest, Cork was Irish whiskey for a number of years. I mean, it
still is, boy. It still is. I know you're saying County Down, and I heard Jared actually saying County Down was the leader in distilleries. There's still 6 distilleries in Cork. There's only 5 in County Down. So I didn't correct Jarlath last weekend at Wexford at the Southeast Whiskey Festival, but I'll correct him now. Cork is still leading.
No, well, let's be honest. I mean, Middleton, it's still the behemoth, really. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, there's not really anything that can touch it. But it never really went away in Cork, but it kind of did. All that consolidation and everybody was basically controlled from there.
It consolidated to Cork, though.
It was all consolidated to Cork, and so it kind of, if you like, the independence of it all sort of disappeared. But all Ireland basically ended up being centred in Cork, for various reasons, and don't need to go into too much detail on that. But now it's sort of spreading out. But Cork is. It's kind of funny because Cork wouldn't necessarily be seen as the spiritual homeland of Irish whiskey, but it is. It's also the production is in Cork, but it's a lot of the time it's not really seen like that, And it's good that you're sort of changing that. The festival.
There's massive brewing distilling history in Cork, and the more I kind of, as like I kind of all in 2 feet, with my hands and the head down underwater, just into whiskey and talking to people the whole time and doing research and trying to look at old archives and like all of the old kind of big houses I would have known around Cork City, Janesville and all these houses that have been recognizable, I would have passed, drove by all the time and seen the big, lovely gates and you're always kind of wondering, oh, I wonder what's behind. It was all brewers and distillers, distilling company owners who owned all of these large estates around Cork. It's actually amazing when you dig down to all of them, and I mean all of them. It was the industrial powerhouse of the city, back in the 1800s and 1700s, and the people don't understand the legacy, I don't think, in Cork of brewing and distilling and even the amount of buildings, the amount of innovation and the amount of old industry that still exists around the city, and the footprints are still there. And I was talking to Charlie Roach. Do you know Charlie? Have you ever met Charlie Roach? No.
Oh yeah.
So Charlie to me is the foremost expert on Irish whiskey history. I've never met someone with a deeper knowledge than Charlie Roach. And I met Charlie again in Wexford. He's a native of Wexford, lives in Wexford. But what Charlie doesn't know about old kind of silent Irish distilleries is not worth knowing. And every time I ask Charlie a question about I have a local distillery here in Riverstown where I live in Glanmire, the only person who knows anything about Riverstown Distillery is Charlie, He sends me emails with old historic maps and he sends me technical details and I was only talking to him about another kind of Cork City distillery up in Wexford last weekend, and he sent me on emails again for Crosses Green, and no one knows this exists. So in Cork, but I think with Barry Crockett's book on North Mal Distillery, he's kind of just we're just peeking in the door of the kind of the history that's there to be known with Cork distilling history, and I'd love to peel that onion a little bit more. There's so many layers, Well, but it's great that Stephen Dalton and Barry Crockett managed to put this book out, Wise as Irish Whiskey, and I'm really passionate about kind of promoting it for the lads as well, because it's hits home for me,
Well, I mean that was released last September, October, something like that. Was it?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it was the tail end of last year.
Yeah, absolutely was.
I mean, once you start digging down in that sort of industrial heritage, there's so much of it in Ireland.
There is.
And in many ways, it was. I know they had prohibition in the States, but they kind of had a prohibition in Ireland, and it's not really recognised. It became a sort of dirty thing, in the north. I mean, James Craig was the first Prime Minister of Northern Ireland, and that was his background, and it was kind of don't mention that, and it's biography of him, his obituaries doesn't really mention a huge amount about. That's where they all got their money from. That it was kind of shunned, and it wasn't prohibition the way it was in the States, but there was kind of something very similar. The dirty trade, we don't really want to be associated with it. But so it's all coming back. So what kicks off next Saturday then? What's
it all kicks off next Saturday, and I'm going to pour a wee drop there from one of the festival sponsors, because I said I put up the big guns since I'm talking to Marty and Justin. So I'm going to pour an old drop of Red Breast 27 myself and treat myself. But it all kicks off next Friday night. Friday. We've got a hectic week ahead of us. We've got so much planned. I mean, the level of detail that we're going to, it's probably unnecessary, but to me, it's very necessary, to have the best user experience possible. I haven't told anyone this. Well, I told 2 or 3 of my friends, and they think I'm off my game, but I'm going to show you this. So this is the level of detail I'm going to. So on the table at every tasting, obviously at a whiskey tasting, we're all used to, and you have a bit of water, and you can cut your whiskey, whatever. Well, this is the level of detail I'm going to.
Double distilled rainwater.
Yes. So
rainwater from Cork itself.
Can you get a more pure water to cut your whiskey with? That's the level of detail we're going to. We're trying to really kind of elevate that user experience. And like last year, we learned so many lessons. A lot of our tastings were too big. They were just too big for the room, and we kind of, we thought it would be cozy and all the rest of it, and actually ended up being kind of uncomfortable and too hot and all that kind of stuff. So we've really reduced down the numbers of people. Some of the brands needed more places, so we're after expanding that. Like Cologne, I mean, Brendan's a bit overwhelmed, but like he's gonna have 90 at his tasting. I think it's probably the largest Cologne tasting ever.
Wow.
90 tickets sold out. But it's inside in the Macau casino, so you're inside in a real casino. It's an amazing, like it's just behind the street, but you're in there and you've got your, all your and the tastings on poker tables, the kind of kidney shaped poker tables with 9 of you, 10 of you sitting around. It's a proper casino. Like, I mean, this is, you walk in and kind of go, holy, we're in Las Vegas.
I'm sort of thinking, Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci.
Brendan
just walking in between them. Come on, boys, hurry
you
up.
better be wearing white leather shoes, I tell you that.
I always wore brown leather
snakeskin boots, But yeah, the success of Cologne still blows me away.
Who are your sponsors, Laurie? Give them a plug, give them a mention.
Yeah, like our sponsors are really important because I think they represent the kind of 3 biggest Cork brands out there, really, in whiskey. And we've got Middleton, obviously, we've got Irish Distillers, we've got the Shelburne Bar, which is, in Cork City, it is the premier whiskey bar none. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really have any contenders. And we've kind of fashioned the Shelburne. We're friends with all the lads in there, Mark and Rory and Tom, who's departing us shortly for Tasmania. He's going on distilling in Tassie with Johnny Halton and Kirsty. Yeah, he's gone back to Tassie after the festival with John and Kirsty to Tasmania for a year or two, doing a bit of distilling experience. So he's leaving the Shelburne. And Philip Gilvin, who's the owner, so we have a great relationship with the Shelburne. And then also irishmalts.com. Like, people don't realize, because they go and buy their whiskies online and all the rest of it. But Irish Malts is, John O'Donovan's from Glanmire. He lives literally, like, I can actually see his house from my kitchen window, his parents' house.
Irish Malts is a superb.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's like 6 minutes down the road from me, and I pop down very regularly. So I wanted to kind of work with 3 brands that I respect, that are local, that are proper Cork, and that I respect, really. That was the big thing, that I respect them. And so they're my 3 brands. I'm delighted to have those kind of big brand names as well, kind of back in the festival and endorsing us, essentially. Which is
but like that's, you make your own luck, mate. Because they know that whenever they buy you, that something's going to go really, really well, smoothly, well run. Loads of really good events. Yeah, why would they not back you?
Yeah, absolutely. And we've also kind of got a collaboration going on with Rosie from Tour Glass as well. So like our festival glass, I don't know if you can probably see that there in the light. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. So the Cork Whiskey Fest.
Cork Whiskey Festival.
Yeah, the Tua Capita glass. I just think, like, I looked around and I have a bit of a thing for whiskey glasses. I probably have around 35 or 40 different types of whiskey glasses, like yourself probably. But like, I think this Tua Capita is probably, it's the best kind of one for all glass there is. Like, you're drinking a mezcal, you're drinking a potchin, you're drinking a pot still, you're drinking a single malt, you're drinking a blend. I just think it's the best kind of one for all glass. So and it looks cool, and it's got a stem. So we've gone with this again. So Rosie kindly is helping us out with the glassware, and everyone who comes to any of the events will get a Cork Whiskey Fest Tua glass, Tua Capita glass, I should say.
Excellent.
So
how many events is there overall?
So there's 20. Well, there was 25. Now there's 26. Like, I got these new T-shirts done, right? I can show you the back. It's kind of out of date now.
Oh, hold on to make you big. Oh yeah, there's an extra event. Yeah.
There's an extra event, so it's already out of date. But there's now 26 events with Barry ruining everything. But yeah, the 26 events. The 2 big ones obviously are the expos and the Friday Saturday night. But
save an extra large one for me, because I
will,
think
of
I've got
course.
one on at the minute. I've got a Belfast whiskey week on at the minute.
Oh, nice one, yeah.
I'm in Mirror. Sorry, I'm in Mirror tonight. There you go.
I love my Belfast Whiskey Week t-shirts. I've got the original one. Do you know, with all the brand logos on the back?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Now, roughly, give an idea of number of people that are going to be coming down to this and attending the whole thing, because...
So we had 1,600 tickets across the festival, but there's probably around 650 unique people attending. Yeah. And like we've got, I've people buying tickets from all across the USA, from all across Europe. Obviously Tasmania with Johnny and Kirsty coming up.
I you know something. As soon as I say that, I knew they were coming. Yeah, we get to see Johnny again. Yeah, Johnny's a character and a half, isn't he?
Now, Johnny actually has a festival bottle. No, this isn't the festival bottle because it's down in Irish malts. This is his Tasmanian, this transportation whiskey. But one of the festival bottles, we've got the Killoan. I showed you the Killoan. But one of the festival bottlings is a transportation pot still. Now, the thing about it is, we all know how expensive Tasmanian whiskey is. It's bloody extortionate.
Really?
But and that's usually for 500 ml bottles. But we did a deal with Johnny, and we kind of backwards and forwards. And basically, we're going to have a Tasmanian pot still on sale in the festival at each expo at the Irish Malts retail shop, because the Irish Malts have an actual retail shop in the room this year. It's a 700 ml bottle, same green recycled glass bottle as this, with the glass cork.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, lovely. The festival logo here on the front. 129 euros for a 700 ml bottle of Tasmanian pot still.
Yeah,
literally the cheapest bottle of Tasmanian whiskey in the Northern Hemisphere. I've searched hard, and it's cheaper by cheapest by like 50 or 60 quid, easy. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of.
So you've a Kilo one, you have a transportation. What? Any other festival bottlings?
Boilock.
Yes.
Have to support Michael. You know me, I'm a big kind of supporter of the smaller lads, and what Michael is producing above in Boilock is just, amazing. I actually had this here for myself a wee drop, but has anyone tasted a better potching than the Creator Batch one? Absolutely amazing. The Miva bottle. There's 2 batches of this Creator, and proudly, Michael actually let me name the second batch 2 of the Creator. So I named it Jasper after his local revenue officer. I kind of did a bit of research and stuff, and his local revenue to Carragart back in the 1800s was a guy called Jasper. I can't think of his second name. It was Jasper something. So he called the batch 2 Jasper. I thought it was brilliant. I was amazed. I'm still proud that I was able to call one of the best poaching kind of brands out there. One of its names, which is cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Cool. As I say, so you have three festival bottlings.
Yeah. The Boilock is a Mountain Dew. It's not a whiskey. It's not a poaching. It's kind of what is it? Is it 15 months old, something like that?
Yeah.
But it's got a port finish. It's amazing. Anyone who was on my I did an online tasting last August for my 100th episode, and that was the Boilock sample on it.
Fionn knows it's Jasper Barry.
Yeah, thanks, Fionn. Yes.
Oh, yes. The font of knowledge dispenses wisdom from the sky. Thank you very much, Fionn. Thank you, buddy.
I found that in a book called, is it Donegal Poaching, I think? It's a really bloody hard to get book. Do you have it, yeah? But I really searched hard. And
my whiskey library.
It's growing. My
God, that's a good one.
Growing,
It goes all the way to the ceiling, and I have a pile of other shit over there too. But yeah,
so I found it deep in that book, in the Donegal Poaching book. Carragart's local revenue officer, Jasper Barry.
Yes, cool. It's an obscure reference.
It's cool, it's so relevant to him,
But no, I assume whenever Fionn's dropping in here, Fionn's going to put an appearance in next week, is he?
Fionn's got an event on it. He's probably forgotten by now. I know he hasn't.
Oh, well, probably.
He hasn't. I know he hasn't. But Fionn's doing a talk and tasting, the future of Irish pot still. And he's going to be pouring 2 drops on that as well, and kind of to illustrate, where pot still is going, and maybe to illustrate where the new technical foil is going to land. So we've got 2 drops, one from Boan, as part of the project that he was doing with Boan, and also we've got a pot still. I'm saying pot still in italics, a future pot still from Brendan as well in Cologne. So they're the 2 drops going to be poured at the Finon tasting, and I'm sure there might be an old secret one or two as well. But it's a talk from Finon, and I think there's probably only 2 tickets left of that. See, that's the thing, that like most of the events are sold out. A lot of the events have like single-digit number tickets. Like Finon's, he's got 2 tickets left, I think, sold out. Like, it's I think Blacks have 2 tickets as well, and there's very little tickets left, which is great. It's as I said earlier on, it's phenomenal the support we're getting. Myself and Sonia.
It's sort of everything you get.
Well, we'll be there. We're going to do some live streaming if we can, or some film.
I'm delighted. I'm actually delighted you're going to be there. That's brilliant.
Well, we're looking forward to it.
We're delighted we're getting down. We never got down last year. It's a bit of a shame.
Fear of missing out. FOMO.
I have to get her thumbs down, and I have to get my Julie down to Cork. She's obsessed about getting down to Cork.
Is she? So she should be.
She's never been. So I've said to her, we'll get down.
It's the real capital of Ireland. So I mean, like, I understand her FOMO.
Well, I personally think Holly made it.
We won't start about that. We won't start about
that. Listen, we're going to head on here. You have a fantastic event, loads of really cool stuff. But Barry Crockett, Barry Crockett take him down and do book signing for you. That's a hell of an event to have. Finon's going to be there dispensing all manner of weird and wonderful information. Justin's even going to be there. So hopefully there's food available.
There better be
lads,
food.
The food in Cork, I'm telling you, like, we were always great at food, but since COVID, oh my God, like, anyone coming to Cork, right? Here's a top tip. If you're in Cork, go down to the Marina Market. It's our new amazing food market down the Marina, and there's like 40 stalls there, like, but they were all ex-food truck kind of companies.
Right.
The food, lads. I mean, you will not, like, the Marina Market is an experience.
Only there for one night. I need to stay an entire month to visit 40.
Marina Market, just trust me. You would get there.
Listen, I might be coming the day before. I might not. It's getting complicated. I'm full of infection at the minute, so I probably won't be able to drink. But I'll probably, because I'm on antibiotics. But I will be.
It's not an STD. Just in case anybody's wondering, there's no chance of that ever happening. Not unless it came from the dirt under his fingers. It's never going to be an STD.
That's terrible.
That's a terrible joke.
That's terrible. We'll get Zuckerberg.
Oh, before I go, lads, I need to tell people as well. Anyone coming down to the festival, so we've got an app as well that we developed. So if you want to go down to the Play Store or the Apple App Store, we've got a Cork Whiskey Fest app. It's really cool. Look, it's year 1. I see, like, developing an app is actually pretty annoying and complicated. Do you know what I mean? It's taken months, like, of me bloody messing around and giving web developers, a permission, and oh my God, it's a melter. But it's done now. So we have our app. It's approved. It's working. It's really good now. You've got, like, the maps of all the different locations, the schedule. So if you're at the festival, like, you can go onto the app and you can see exactly where you're supposed to go and all the rest of it. Obviously, that's going to develop in the next couple of years. I'd love to have, like, a live update on that app as well, so when I get, like, the Barry Crockett event last Friday, I can just go on there and text it out to people who are attending. But yeah, no, go to the app stores, both the Android and Apple, and download the app if you're coming to the festival. And it's a good handy little guide just to see where you're going, and it'll tell you all about the different events that are happening as well,
So it's Cork
Whiskey Fest. Just go to the Play Store or go to the Apple Store, Cork Whiskey Fest, and download the app.
Fest.
Excellent stuff. Great show tonight, as usual. Remember to comment, like, and share. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Facebook. We're on Telegram. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter. We're next. We're on YouTube. And we'll catch you next week. We might be live in the afternoon. We might be recorded. We may not be sober. All right.
Remember to wear luminous runners.
Luminous runners.
Luminous runners. So when you're upside down, people can find you.
Oh, yes.
All right.
That's the trick. Yeah, that's the one.
I'm just thinking, I can't have Guinness because we're going to Cork. It has to be a Beamish.
Oh, it has to be Beamish.
Oh no, Franciscan Well. Franciscan Well.
Anyway, see you all later.
Can I leave you on one thing, right? Franciscan Well, yes, but just off McCurtain Street, there's a place called the Abbott's Ale House, and that's also an amazing craft brewery, craft pub, just as good as just Abbott's Ale House. There you go, Justin. There's top tip.
All right, I might
Marina Market and Abbott's Ale House.
Abbott's Ale House. There you go. Yes,
I'm going to have an Irishman for it's now almost St. Paddy's Day, and
Thanks,
see you all later on, guys. Take care.